Hey everyone, good morning to you. It is Monday. I'm Evan Arani with your CBS 8 Plus extended forecast. Very mild weekend that we just wrapped up. We saw sunshine both Saturday and Sunday afternoon after an end of the week last week that had some unsettled weather, some scattered showers in the mix. We back then, last week, Thursday, Friday timeframe, were counting in the hundredths of an inch, maybe up to tenths of inches. Now, as we start off this new week, we've got another storm on the way for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're dropping the hundredths of an inch, we're dropping the tenths of an inch, and we are counting in full inches of rain in the forecast for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Could be talking an inch per day. When we look at San Diego today, though, very mild out there. We started off the day with a dense marine layer. Temperatures mostly in the upper 40s and low 50s. We'll peak around 60 degrees this afternoon. That's cooler than average by about 5 degrees, so just on the slightly cooler than average side, under partly cloudy skies all the way through that afternoon and evening stretch. But when we look at our rain chances, this is something to watch specifically. When we have that chance for rain around 1/4 of an inch or less, we tend to see that chance for rain jump to about 70% chance. Just because the lighter the accumulations, the less of a chance of that rain actually coming. So if we only have 1/100th of an inch of rain in the forecast, that chance for rain tends to stay on the lower side. When you see these numbers jump up to 90 to 96%, it's almost guaranteed that we're going to have measurable rain in the forecast virtually county-wide. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, as you can see here, that's that big rise in chances, and then we're back to a dry weekend. The biggest impact we could see here is going to likely be Friday, in that a lot of people are on the roads out there making travel plans for the weekend. Friday is also Valentine's Day, so you may need to adjust any outdoor plans you had for Friday. Saturday and Sunday, though, if you're making weekend plans, you're back to those dry skies. So let's time it out for you. Here's the rest of the day on our Monday. Sunshine by the afternoon. Not much is expected to impact us before early Wednesday morning. As we head through the day early Tuesday, marine layer rebuilds, maybe a little fog tomorrow morning by 11 a.m. Maybe a little bit of green popping up, but not much at all in the sense of those scattered marine layer showers. Let's talk about where that real rain comes on shore. That is late Tuesday, early Wednesday. We'll pause this for you at about noon, and you can see how the entirety of our coastline, our inland valleys, our mountains are just inundated with this first pulse of energy. I'll reference two separate pushes of moisture. First one's going to come through the day on Wednesday. Second one arrives on Thursday and lasts through Friday. That second wave of moisture is expected to carry a bit more energy. And when we look at that, I mean, Wednesday's already got plenty of energy out there. This is moderate activity that we have popping up in those areas of green. We could be looking at those moderate to heavy bands of showers moving on shore by the evening commute, 5 p.m. on Wednesday. And a whole lot more of this yellow that we see here, showing those moderate cells, expected for Thursday and Friday. It's just that those models aren't as reliable when we push them out beyond 3-4 days. So what we can say with confidence is that Wednesday through Friday is going to be breezy, cooler, and periods of more moderate rain expected. But as we get closer to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so meaning tomorrow and then early Wednesday especially, we'll be able to pin down more specifics in terms of how much rain, although those models do seem pretty reliable when we look at that 1 to 3 inch range. High temperatures this afternoon in the 50s and 60s, pretty comfortable temperatures, a few degrees cooler than average. We're going to cool down more as we get toward Wednesday, that 90% chance of rain along the coast. Temperatures start to climb just steadily, very slow and steady for Thursday and Friday. We're back to 61 degrees. And then those temperatures are right around average for Saturday and Sunday. Valentine's Day itself is likely to be impacted as far as that wet weather goes. So like I said, factor that into any plans you're making for Friday. But by the weekend, we're back to the dry skies. Looks like a 90 and 100% chance for rain Wednesday and Thursday, respectively. Now, this is going to be tapping into some subtropical moisture. That means that it is likely to bring us a warmer than normal storm. We've seen some storms come about that have brought those overnight lows across the mountains down to freezing. This is not going to be one of them. Overnight lows are in the 40s out there, which means that for the mountains, this will come exclusively as rain. When we look at the deserts, that rain is not really expected until we get into Thursday and Friday, most likely. It's going to start, though, on Tuesday as wind. So wind is going to be the biggest impact on Tuesday, tomorrow, and then we'll start to see all that activity push onshore starting Wednesday. Make sure to stay tuned with the forecast. You can keep watching our extended forecast. That is a great way to stay up to date on these showers. But if you want that constant forecast on your phone, you can head to cbs8.com/weather. You can also download the CBS 8 app, not only on your smartphone, but if you search CBS 8 on your Roku TV, Fire TV, or Apple TV, you can get the same forecast there. All right, stay safe out there, and the showers on the way for the second half of the work week. Otherwise, though, enjoy the first half. Monday, Tuesday, dry skies out there.